Hey guys, this is Sawyer at the Start House. I want to introduce myself. I'm one of the fitters here. I'm also the associate/technical rep in California for Dynastar Lang & Look. Today, I want to introduce you to the new, refreshed, revamped Z series of boots from Lang. The Z series of boot is designed for the skier seeking performance, competitive edge, competitive feel, race feel above all else, or for the race athlete more than anything. This boot is awesome. It's got a new refresh for the year. The Z series of boots comes in two lasts that are offered by Lang. The 92mm last, the 92 Plus is what we refer to them. That's the widest part of the boot in the forefoot. So this is very tight. The narrowest boot that you're going to find from a recreational boot, 97mm, 98mm. So this is much narrower than that. That allows the skier to have their foot much closer to the shell. It's much more precise. Much more performance out of that when you can feel everything through the ski, much more direct. This is usually reserved for race athletes or people that really want that competitive, direct feel into the ski. Boot is offered in multiple flexes, starting at what we call a Z Soft, then it goes up to the ZJ, the ZA, ZB, and ZC. The Z Soft is equivalent to about a 110 flex, the ZJ a 120. Those are only offered in the 92 Plus last. That allows the skier's foot to get a little bit easier into the plug boot world. It's a little bit more comfortable, a little bit less work right out of the shell for us to get the boot, but still have that race feel, that super precise, super powerful transfer into the ski. That boot's usually reserved for U16, maybe the U14 athletes that are a little bit larger already, they've grown faster. Then you move to the ZA, which is offered in both the 92mm Plus and just the 92. So the ZA is where you start to get those athletes at about U16 into that boot. And from there, you jump to the ZB and the ZC. The ZB is at 140, and that's where the cutoff is from there's no more Plus option. When you don't have the Plus, we're typically expecting to have to modify the boot, whether that is to grind the shell or distort the plastic by punching. And then you go into the ZC at 150. The ZC is typically what our men World Cup athletes are, or the really powerful World Cup women are skiing on. A few of them are on that boot. This boot is awesome. We offer it in store. Most of our race athletes that come through are getting in either this boot or an equivalent race boot from another company. And if you're a skier that is prioritizing piste performance or anything, you can come try this boot. There's also an important distinction between the Z Soft, the ZJ, and the jump to the ZA. What happens there is that with the softer Z series of boots, they actually come pre-routed or pre-cut out of the box so that the toe and heel strikes are at the DIN ISO norm where they can click into a binding and you can ski them right out of the box. The ZA, no Plus, take away the Plus. This boot is now actually essentially, they say, for professional use only, but it's not in compliance with the ISO norm. Grind before using. That sticker's going to be on every boot that comes like this. That's why when you come into the shop and we do a boot like this, we have to cut the toe and the heel to make sure that this boot can actually click into the binding. When we do that, we will typically add plates to the bottom so you're not wearing down the sole. Some athletes have a preference on how high they like to be off the ski, so we have different thicknesses of plates, and then you're actually limited in FIS by how high you can go off the ground, so you can only go so much on the plates underneath, where for our recreational skier that just wants this most performance feel, we can add a different type of sole that actually gives you some grip walking around. But you should know that when you do go into a boot like this is professional use only. You have to have us cut it, and we'll show you a video about that later. I want to mention the secret category boot that not a lot of people know about, and that is the Lang ZR, which is the 95mm lasted boot in a 140 flex. So it's a little bit more generous, still has that race feel, that super powerful, super precise power transmission into the ski, but a little bit easier to get the foot into, wider foot, more accommodating, more comfort, more warmth. So it's awesome. Come check it out in the store, and we'll see you guys next time.